It is Monday, January 29th, 2024. I hope everybody's having a great day. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. You know, watching these markets today, we're going to talk about a lot today, but watching the markets today, there's no doubt we're watching the Fed in these markets again, propping these markets up while consumers are propping up the U.S. economy, but they're going to go into debt doing so. And how much longer can people continue to use buy now, pay later plans, credit cards, spend money they don't have to keep propping up the U.S. economy? The U.S. economy is in disarray. It is decaying, it is falling, it is collapsing right before your very eyes. And the only way that this patient is still on life support is because of credit cards and buy now, pay later plans. People are coming to the end. And so they can continue to prop up the economy, but they're going to pay a very, very dear price for it. And we have the Fed continuing to prop up these markets with more promises of massive rate cuts, buying up these bonds, buying stocks, doing whatever they're doing to manipulate this to such an extreme. Dow Jones up 224 today, NASDAQ up 173. And we're watching more problems in the Middle East, more problems in the Red Sea, oil prices going up, and the markets don't even care. And in fact, most people don't even care. They're watching football games, they're watching Netflix. Now, I just want to touch base on the video yesterday. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, check it out. And a couple people, there was 4 or 5 people that said, we don't care about this video. We don't care about surfing. You know, we don't care about surf pools in the middle of the desert. Let me clarify. This was not a video about surfing. This was a video that I made talking about how much it costs for entertainment. That surf pool is $100 to $200 per hour. And you think about what it costs now for a family to go to an amusement park, to Disneyland, to SeaWorld, to a water park, to Six Flags. It is a fortune. And I went to the park yesterday because I wanted to see it for myself. But looking at $100 to $200 per hour, the cost of entertainment in this country it has gotten so extreme. And I asked the question, who can afford to do this? So let me clarify for people who probably watched 1 minute of the video. This was not a video on surfing. This was a video on the cost of entertainment, the cost to take a family out and go have some fun. It is absolutely ridiculous. It's out of control, the cost that we're seeing. Now, shifting gears here, I want to talk about a topic I've been seeing quite a bit in the last week, especially on YouTube, and it's big YouTubers that are quitting. They're leaving their channels, and many of these people, these YouTubers, have millions of subscribers, and they're stepping down, they're leaving, or they're taking a break, or they're not making, 5 videos a week, they're making 1 a week, or they're making 1 a month. Why is that? Why are so many of these popular YouTubers pulling back? Why are they quitting? Now, I'm sure for many people, it's a grind. I know a lot of people probably get burned out because they do this on a daily basis. I'm sure that a lot of people have just had it. Finding content, creating content could be grueling, right? So I just wanted to give my 2 cents on this. I would say this to anybody: chase your passions. Whether it's, if you want to do something on YouTube, or you want to do something in business, or you want to do something in sports, etc. Chase your passions. In regards to my channel, I make videos literally every day. And the reason that I don't suffer from burnout, at least after this amount of years, this number of years, I haven't burned out yet, because I'm very passionate about this. I follow what's happening in the world, especially right here in America, economics, finances, what's happening socially. I'm really, just addicted to it, really. It's a lifestyle to me. So it's a passion. And I think, if you're doing something, whether it's a hobby or it's a full-time job or a part-time job, do what you're passionate about, and it will never be a job. And, don't chase anything for money. That's one of the biggest things. My channel, sometimes the views go up, they go down, the subs go up, the subs go down. Sometimes the videos pay more than others. Everything goes up and down, right? Never got in this to be rich. I got into it because I enjoy it and I'm very passionate about it, and I enjoy waking people up. I enjoy sharing with all of you what's going on. My opinion, I love the comments because we get your opinion, but don't chase the money. If you begin to chase the money, it's going to become a job. So keep it real. If you're thinking about getting into social media, YouTube, or any other part of social media, or any job for that matter, do what you love to do what you're passionate about. It will never be a job. In this channel, I pretty much talk about what I want to talk about. Some people will say, oh, you need to talk about this. You need to talk about that. You need to do that. I don't listen to those people. I don't do this for money. I don't need the money. I talk about what I want to talk about. I talk about what I think is important. And for the people out there that you want to dictate what I say, you should start your own channel and talk about what you want to talk about. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. I don't worry about the negative comments. I know that there's a large amount of unhappy people out there, and everybody's always going to have negative comments, but that's really a reflection of those people and their life. They're scared, they're unprepared, they're insecure, and so of course they're going to lash out at somebody else. So I don't really listen to negativity. I just keep doing what I'm doing, try to keep it real. With this channel, I don't have an agent. I don't use an optimization company to get views. I don't sell something every day. I don't have a team. This is just me. I edit the videos, I make the videos, I do all the research. It's just me. Why? Because I'm just passionate about it. And I don't want any influence from anybody else. Somebody that I'm obligated to sell something for, or an agent telling me I should talk about this or that, or I should be doing this or that. I do what I feel is right, and I try to walk the walk the best that I can, and I'm 110% honest with everybody. And so again, if you're chasing your passions, whether it's a job or a life, a hobby, whatever, keep it real. Do what you want to do. Do what you're passionate about. Do what you love. And for me, I love discussing real events, current events, and I love waking people up. And I just love me. I've met so many of you, and many of you have contacted me. A handful of you I've met in person. Some of the audience out there has become very, very good friends of mine. Some of my best friends. So it's an incredible community, but you got to keep it real. The minute you sell out and you have to sell something every day, as soon as you turn it into a business, the agents, the optimization, and all that, to me, it's not real anymore. You're chasing money. You're not chasing the truth. You're not chasing the passion. You're chasing the dollar bill, and then it becomes fake, and people will read that instantly, in my opinion. So keep it real, keep it true. If you're deciding to get into something like this, or you're going into a business, chase the dream, chase your passion, do what you want to do what's going to make you happy, do something that you look forward to waking up every day and doing, and don't worry about the money. If you're good at something, the money will come. Just get really good at what you love doing, and you will make a living doing it. Now, shifting gears here, let's get into the economy a little bit. Outdoor retailer REI slashes workforce by more than 350 workers, prepares for challenging year ahead. So this will impact hundreds of people, 200 people at its headquarters in Seattle, 350 total. This is going to have a real impact on all these people's lives. Again, they have credit card debt. They may have student loan debt. They have rent. They have a mortgage. They have a car payment. This is going to impact all of these people right now. It says here the decision was driven by financial necessity. Of course, these companies are trimming the fat. And as we said in 2023, get ready. You're going to see a lot of layoffs in 2024, and we're seeing them every day. Here's another one. Amazon terminates iRobot deal, Roomba maker to lay off 31% of staff. This is another 350 employees gone. CEO Colin Angle steps down. So another 350 people there gone. How are they going to make the car payments? How do they make the house payments? Every day we're just seeing these layoffs. But what we're really not seeing are the layoffs in the small business sector. You know, the companies that have 100 people working for them, 50 people working for them, 10 people working for them. Those companies are all laying off too, and that's the backbone of America. And so, you know, we can look at the stock market euphoria again today. It's absolutely outrageous. It's almost hard to watch this stuff now because it is so outrageous, so manipulated, so fake. And yet we're seeing more people homeless, more food insecurity. If everything is going so well, somebody please tell me why this country is over $34 trillion in debt, why this country has 43 million people living in poverty, why this country has so many homeless. I mean, we're going to be near a homeless, probably by the end of this year, we'll have nearly 1 million people homeless in America. And they're not even including people sleeping in their cars or their trucks or dilapidated RVs. A lot of people, they don't even count, and it's very hard to count who's homeless to begin with. But right now, the official number is about 611,000 who are on the streets. So we look at this $1 trillion deficit. We look at the $34 trillion in debt. We look at what's happening down at the borders. We look at the wars that we're in right now. We look at the tax of nearly $1 trillion of interest on our debt right now and climbing. And yet there are people saying that the economy's booming, everything's fine. Are you kidding me? You don't run these type of deficits. You don't run this type of debt with a booming economy. And how come, you know, 60, 70, 80% of this country is living paycheck to paycheck, and household debt is an all-time high, credit card debt all-time high, student loan debt all-time high, $49,000 for a new car when most people in this country, the average median income is $35,000, $36,000? And people think that that's okay. I mean, maybe if you're at the 1% and you don't do your own grocery shopping, you believe everything's okay. But for the people who go to the grocery store every week, the people who have kids, the people who have to drive to work every day and put gas in their car, they get it. They understand. And that's the majority of this country. WallStreet.com, U.S. debt to GDP ratio worsens further despite solid economic growth. Yeah, we got the fourth quarter GDP. It was wonderful. But we also got government debt rising 8.2% in the fourth quarter. Debt to GDP right now is 121.7%. So any of the keyboard warriors out there that want to share with us that this is a booming economy with a debt to GDP of 121.7%, give me a break. I mean, a third grader can figure this out, that we're in big trouble. New York Post, remote workers 35% more likely to be fired than those who return to office, out of sight, out of mind. And I believe rightfully so. There's no way the average person is going to be more productive at home than at the office. There's too many distractions. People have video games, they have Netflix, their kids, their friends. They can go to lunch, they could go to the mall, they could do whatever they want to do. There's too many distractions. I think it's a good idea that people are going back to the office. Unfortunately, many people who are being called back to the office, well, what did they do last year or the year before? They went out and bought a house 3 hours away or in a different state from where they work, and now they're being called back. And if they don't go back, they're going to lose their job. They lose their job, they lose their house. So this is going to be a dilemma. It started, and I believe that not all, but most people need to be in the office. There are jobs that it is probably more productive for people to be at home or out in the field. But for most people, they're going to be more productive at the office than they are at home with all the distractions. That's my opinion. If I was a business owner, I would no doubt want my people in the office. Let me know your thoughts on this. Comment down below. I think it's going to be very, very mixed. The hedge today. The spooky blackout of the border news. Now, a lot of people have been asking me to talk about what's happening at the Texas border. And I've been reluctant to because I don't live in Texas. I don't live near the Texas border. And so I can't really comment on what's happening other than what I'm watching, which is not a whole lot. I was just an hour ago, we were just looking at some YouTube videos of what's happening down at the border there in Texas, and I don't see a whole lot right now. Well, I'm seeing and watching what you're watching right now, so I can't really comment on it because I'm not there. and I don't live there, so I don't have a whole lot to say about it. But this whole trucker event that is going to be happening, I'm going to follow that. We'll see what happens in the next couple of days. I mean, they're talking about 700,000 truckers at the border. This would be absolutely epic. It would be historic, and I hope it happens. It would be absolutely amazing. So we'll keep an eye on it. But what are your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on what's happening down at the border right now? What are your thoughts about what's happening in the U.S. economy right now? What are your thoughts on what's happening with the layoffs? We are really beginning to see layoffs really pop off here, and we're only in January. By the way, 85 degrees here in Palm Desert, California today. Sitting out here, absolutely beautiful, beautiful day. 85 degrees in January, absolutely amazing. We do have the best weather in the country right now, but that's about all we have here in California. But anyway, so I just wanted to get your input on that. Again, the blackout at the border, exactly what it is. I'm not seeing a whole lot on it. Maybe it'll be so big that they're just not going to be able to ignore it. But what I am seeing down there is very, very concerning, because I don't know how this country is going to be able to afford to feed, house, clothe, give everybody health insurance or medical aid when they need it. I just don't see how this is possible. I mean, we can't even feed our own people. If you need some kind of medical attention right now, if you go to an emergency room, it's going to literally take the whole day. If you need a procedure done, it's going to take months. It's just unbelievable. At least here in California, maybe where you live, it's more efficient. But here in California, it will take months. It's absolutely unbelievable what we're seeing take place in a first world country. So while many people think that the economy is booming, everything is going to be okay, the debts get bigger, the deficits get bigger, the opportunity gap gets bigger, where more opportunity is flowing to the people at the very top than the people in the middle or down below. So 2024 is not letting anybody down, that's for sure. It has been an absolutely miserable year as far as wars, as far as debt, just as far as politically what's happening and the disarray in Washington and what's happening at the border. Things are absolutely out of control. So again, it is a matter of time, as most of you know, before we begin to see really big events take place here in America. And I hope it never happens. I pray to God it doesn't happen. But anybody with basic common sense would understand that when you have millions of people from all over the world coming in, it doesn't take a whole lot of bad ones out of that group to do a lot of really, really serious damage here. And I hope that none of you are ever affected by it. I hope nobody is, to be honest with you. I hope it never happens. So we're heading into some very uncharted water without a doubt. And as we do, please be walking close to God. Please continue with your preparations and walk the walk. Keep it real. Stay true to yourself. Protect your families. Be praying to God for guidance and protection. A lot of people just believe, I'm just going to pray and God won't let anything happen to me. God gave all of us free will. He gave all of us a brain, and He gave all of us the ability to protect ourselves. And I advise that all of you protect yourself physically, spiritually, and financially. I'm going to leave it there today. As always, I look forward to speaking to each and every one of you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And we'll see what happens tomorrow, but I believe this is really the calm before the storm. So get ready, because you don't know when this thing is going to bust loose. Financially, on the stock market, something goes off socially, politically, with one of our enemies. We have no idea. There's just so many threats out there now, and we're so vulnerable. God bless. Have a good day.